What's up with it? You watching a Big Bomber TV. And yeah, we about to check out this video from the YouTube channel Hip Hop Chronicles. And the title is "When Celebrities Don't F with Wack 100. Yeah, man. So yeah, man, I definitely heard a few celebs go off on Wack 100. Man, I don't even know what's in this video or who went off on him. So let's get to the video and see what they talking about.
If you think that your platform is going to be a platform they got to come diss my neighborhood, then you're going to find out what it is. We do that outside, playing like that. So what you doing? You suspect too. At 32, how you get out in 20? Are you going to get hurt, bro? Well, who are you? That's gangsta. Anybody else do what you know how to do. It didn't make you no money. Oh, you don't like me? Am I not right? Hey, listen. Hold on. What's up? What's up? Hey, it's time to go.
I'm going out there.
Who put him on?
Flacco walk like he's pregnant.
I'm keeping it real.
Damn.
It's emotional opportunity. You tried to be a rapper.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna ask you one time out of respect to this platform. Chill out. What you mean? You just jumped out your skin.
Wack 100 is no stranger to controversies. His controversy often leads to intense debates and heated exchanges. So today, we're going to highlight some of the most memorable moments when celebrities checked Wack 100. Let's get to it. Number 1, Adam 22 confronts Wack 100 over Big U Rico Case allegations. The tension was thick on No Jumper when Adam 22 confronted Wack 100 over the swirling rumors involving Big U and an alleged Rico case. What started as a typical sit-down quickly took a sharp turn into murky territory. Adam 22, known for his unfiltered interview style, didn't hold back. He pressed Wack with laser focus, refusing to let him dance around the topic, determined to uncover the truth, on camera no less.
See,
he thinks you're losing your mind, and he thinks that you might snap and do something to him. His words.
I'm losing my mind. Why does he think that?
He says that you seem angry, irrational, that he just feels like you're kind of on the verge of doing something crazy. And he didn't say it, but it feels like the suggestion is that maybe this is because of the stress that the Big U Rico is putting on you, since you might feel like, since you were so wrapped up in so much of his dealings, that maybe you're next on the feds platter.
What do you mean dealings?
You know, like I'm watching Rich Homie Quan, and he's talking about how when rest in peace, that when he had to come to LA and check in, that it was like you and Big U sort of two men in the situation.
Surprisingly, Wack.
Man, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I do think Wack got something going on because he just went off on 2 of his biggest content runners, you know what I'm saying? Went off on Getty Radio and Ray Gibbs TV, you know what I'm saying? And they definitely team Wack 100, so he kind of was out of line for pressing them, for real though. But yeah, man, it definitely seemed like he got something going on, man, for real.
Seemed prepared for the heat, almost as if he knew the ambush was coming. He launched into a full explanation of what really happened that day. His tone was measured, calculated. But here's the real twist. He came loaded with receipts, claims, and controversial questions that tied right into allegations of extortion. One of the very accusations hanging around Big U's name like smoke. Wack, being no stranger to public beef, didn't flinch, but you could feel the room shift.
I think it's at least in part because
it don't even make sense.
Much like Big U, you've kind of gone into detail about a variety of situations that a lot of people are conflating with extortion at this point.
What do you mean by that? What you mean?
It's been supposed, and we don't have to get into the details of every single one of these situations, but it's been you basically said in the past that Oscar De La Hoya was paying to not have his nude photos or zesty photos released.
Stop right there.
It's been said that you were talking to Nipsey's family about the gay tapes of him not coming out. I don't know if there's money involved in that. It's been suggested that maybe Kim Kardashian at one point, or Kanye, that they were doing stuff for you so that you didn't release more sex tapes of her.
Okay. That's when Wack flared up.
I ain't gonna lie, man. They trying to get Wack locked up too, man. But I ain't gonna lie, they using the same tactics that he been using too, though. You know what I mean? He was talking a lot about Big U, using loose cannon to connect Big U to crimes, telling them wild stories and everything. And Wack Case, though, it's kind of like stuff he was talking about when he first popped up on the internet. But it definitely sounded like he was saying he was extorting dudes at that time or something, for real, though. So I ain't gonna lie, a lot of stuff that Wack been saying over the years might come back and bite him soon, for real.
Visibly irritated, he snapped at Adam. The tone of the interview had gone from probing to personal.
Let's start with the first one.
And when academics kind of tried to bring up some of the stuff on the podcast, you got very irate and you were really kind of screaming at it.
Because y'all dumb.
See, right there.
You're a dummy too. I gotta call you a dummy.
Okay, but
because I'm gonna show you.
But starting with the name calling makes you look more guilty.
No, I'm gonna show you why. Oscar De La Hoya.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to the conversation, I clearly state this is what the attorneys worked out.
Mm-hmm.
See, the minute the attorneys are involved, right? This is not extortion. This is a business deal. Oscar then talked about it openly on Club Shay Shay.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the minute you get attorneys involved, see, if you have something, right? That's yours. It's yours. And you got the consent to have it.
But Adam wasn't buying it. He kept digging. If this was all just confusion, then who started the rumors? Where's the paperwork? The names? The proof? His questions were surgical, cutting through Wack's answers with the persistence of someone who wasn't just chasing views. He was chasing clarity.
Sure.
This started on Bootleg Cab, did it not?
I don't remember.
Bootleg Cab said, "What's up with these extra tapes I've been hearing about?" I said, "Yeah, it's a couple extra tapes." He's like, "What you gonna do with them?" I said, "We would never do anything with them but give them to Kanye."
Mm-hmm.
That's what was said, right?
Okay.
You can pull it up, right? So guess who calls me?
The Kardashians.
Kanye.
Oh, Kanye, okay.
Wack, what up, bro? Man, I seen boom, boom, boom. Yeah, is that real? Yeah. Well, how could I? You said, okay, cool. I'm gonna put you with little bro. Y'all, you know.
This episode wasn't your everyday no jumper banter. It felt more like a courtroom than a podcast. Number 2, Trap Lord Ross questions Wack 100's fear of Big U. It didn't take long for sparks to fly when UK YouTuber Trap Lord Ross threw out a bold, no-holds-barred accusation during a tense sit-down with Wack 100 and several others.
You know I'm allowing you to question me right now, right?
Appreciate it.
Because you did some punk shit the other day. See, the only difference is you usually do what you did the other day sitting over there in London somewhere, right? And you're not here, right? It's a lot of places you can't go. You send Adam something as if it was a clip of something I did I wasn't supposed to do.
No, he sent me a screenshot of a page from the indictment.
Okay, that's cool.
Where Big U was recorded on a wiretap, basically saying that he punked you out with a whole bunch of people, and it had a quote that he attributed to you, but it wasn't an actual video or recording. This was Big U's version of events.
Hold on. You're the receiver. So since you read everything, right? Tread lightly with this. Because I've been telling myself for the last couple minutes not to really do nothing to you because I know what you was trying to do.
Okay.
So since you so thorough, did you read what Big U said he did to me? No, either you gonna play smart or dumb.
He went from fire.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I think he definitely know who to talk to crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, personally, I would have went upside Wack head, man, for real though. And I don't even be trying to be aggressive with dudes or nothing like that. But with Wack tone, man, I ain't even gonna let nobody talk to me in that tone, like for real though. You know, I think Wack be calculating when they come to talking crazy to people, for real though.
Up to full-blown explosive.
Keeps putting people in jail. Why you was getting in the ass in there though? No, you got hit. Nigga, the people, hey, look, my man's up there told me you got violated. You got violated. The same way you got mushed in the face, kicked in. Why y'all get this dude credit? We watched him on video get mushed in the face, kicked in the ass, and chased. You was a buster. Once a buster, always a buster.
No, that's what turned him into a monster.
No, it didn't. He's a buster.
He went to kill.
You would never find nothing with mushing me in the face, kicking me in my ass. You was a buster.
By now, it was no longer an
I ain't gonna lie, with that one, it seemed like Wack was trying to change the conversation in the room, man, for real though. I even seen that clip live, man. Wack was trying to wiggle his way out that conversation a few times, you know what I mean?
An interview. It was a verbal war zone.
Again, lose doesn't.
You setting him up to fail.
What I'm saying is that really going the extra mile. You know even more than me. You're smarter than the average bear. When you're sitting when you're sitting there on a podcast with a guy and you're literally like
you're winding him up. You're putting the battery in the back of your little toy soldier to go against your big eye. I say big. You don't doing it all the time. No, let's be real. You get to play for this all the time. You ask the question, and it's on who to answer it.
Number 3, Pooh.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That was sounding pathetic right there. Remember that boy Academics walked in and was talking about it smelled like police donuts in here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, even though these dudes was up there with Wack and entertaining Wack, man, they know Wack ain't right, man, for real though.
Pooh Shisty's lawyer responds to Wack 100's snitching claims. The hip-hop world was buzzing after Wack 100 claimed that rapper Pooh Shisty had cooperated with authorities. But before the rumors could spread too far, Shisty's lawyer, Bradford Cohen, stepped in to shut it all down, calling the accusations completely false and misleading.
His name's in Pooh Shisty's paperwork.
Pooh Shisty talked about two niggas in his paperwork because he got two co-defendants. In his proffer, he mentioned both of them.
Everything on that paper.
Wack insisted he had paperwork proving that Shisty had given information to the feds, fueling speculation. Fans were divided. Some believed Wack, arguing that he wouldn't speak without receipts. Others sided with Cohen, pointing out that Shisty's charges and sentencing didn't reflect any cooperation deal. The back and forth raises a bigger question. In an industry where snitching allegations can ruin careers, how much responsibility do influencers like Wack 100 have when making such claims?
That fat, bald-headed, relevant ass always voice his opinion on mine ass. I ain't about John gangster, cuz. Like, I ain't snitched on no, never been break the fold. Why you think my nigga ain't got no break? Why you think he ain't bounced back out like the rest of these rappers? You talking about taking it to the check? You cooperate with rats, and you deal with rats. Come on, man. What are you even speaking on, guy?
Number 4, Jay Stone claps back at Wack 100 over Nipsey Hussle comments.
I felt like Nipsey's a legend. Y'all keep changing it. They asked me about music. I feel Dr. Dre's a legend. I feel Ice Cube's a legend. I feel Game's a legend. I feel Jay-Z's a legend. I don't listen to Eminem, but I feel Eminem's a legend.
Right.
I'm looking at their body of work, right? Is it one album? Is it 15 albums?
Right.
Is it no number ones? Is it 10 number ones? So if we calling these people legends that have this body of work, talking music, do we call an individual that had one album out in 7 years when he talking mixtapes?
Right.
Do we call that individual a legend? Truth can never be considered disrespect. You got to remember, me and Nipsey was friends, bro.
Right.
What are you talking about? Like, we helped that man's career. Like, wasn't no fucking beef for me and Nipsey.
Things got heated when
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. From mixtapes, you can be a legend too. You know what I'm saying? Local legend, hood legend. You know what I'm saying? A state legend. But for Nip, though, man, he did some legendary things, man. Especially with that mixtape, he had charged that crazy amount for. You know what I'm saying? That was a legendary move right there, man. Nip definitely was a legend in the rap game. You know what I'm saying? He probably wasn't on a level as no Tupac, no Big or nothing like that, but Nip definitely was a legend, man. You gonna lie, I think Nip was a legend in a few categories, like for real though, man.
When Jay Stone, a longtime friend of Nipsey Hussle, called out Wack 100 for what he saw as blatant disrespect toward the late rapper. The tension between the two had been building, but this latest confrontation added more fuel to the fire.
Hey, top of the morning, straight up. Hey, any of you that will Wack 100 or sit down with cuz and laugh in his face and be cool, and all you talking about y'all got love for Hustle, cuz don't with me. Already start unfollowing, bro. It's no way in hell cuz you got love for Hustle and say y'all with Nip and all that, but then y'all go sit down with Wack 100 and laugh in his face and don't check cuz about saying shit about Nip. You got me up, bro. I'm done with y'all, bro. Straight up. Don't talk to me.
Jay Stone didn't hold back, making it clear that he wasn't going to tolerate any slander against his fallen brother. You keep talking crazy on Nip's name like we ain't listening, he said. You wasn't even rocking with him like that. Wack, known for his controversial takes, stood his ground. I just speak the truth, he responded, dismissing the idea that he owed anyone an apology. I don't sugarcoat nothing. But Jay Stone wasn't satisfied. He accused Wack of spreading false narratives about Nipsey, saying, "You wasn't in their trenches with us. You ain't got no right to speak on him." The conversation quickly escalated, with both men trading sharp words. This feud isn't just about words. It's about loyalty, respect, and the weight of a rapper's legacy. Did Wack cross the line, or is he just keeping it real? What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Number 5, Gucci Mane disses Wack 100 in Bluffin' track. Gucci Mane just sent a shot straight at Wack 100, and fans are already buzzing about it. In his latest track, Bluffin', Gucci made it crystal clear he's not about the internet drama, rapping, "I ain't arguing on no internet. I'm not Wack 100.
I got my M's up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 100. I ain't arguing on no internet. I'm not Wack 100. 18 years later and my stock still ain't plummet. Had to bet on myself and made something from nothing.
The bar was a direct jab at Wack's reputation for engaging in online feuds and heated debates on platforms like Clubhouse and Instagram Live. And if history tells us anything, Wack doesn't take these kinds of shots lightly. Fans quickly took to social media, debating whether Wack would respond. Some saw Gucci's line as a subtle but effective dig, while others predicted Wack would fire back, probably with a long rant calling out Gucci. But his response on No Jumper wasn't what we expected.
How did you feel? Have you ever had any real interaction with Gucci Mane prior to him throwing your name in a song recently?
Yeah, that's bro.
Okay. Said, I'm not going back and forth on the internet. I'm not Wack 100.
Yeah, that's bro.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, he can do that.
Okay.
Because I know
you've been around him.
Yeah, he can do that. I know that sincerely he respects me. So if he need to know my name in the song, he didn't say he's a bitch, he's this, he's that. He said the truth.
What's your take? Was this a lighthearted jab or the start of a new hip-hop feud? Drop your thoughts below. Wack 100 continues to be one of hip-hop's most controversial figures. Whether you love him or hate him, one thing's for sure, he always seems to find himself in the middle of the drama. We hope.
Yeah, man, that's a fool with it, man. Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie. I definitely think Gucci don't mess with Wack, man. That was a cutoff, you feel me? For real, though. But yeah, man, Wack do be running his mouth too much, though, man. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I think Wack days is almost numbered, man. For real, though, man. You just talk too much, always in somebody's business, you know what I'm saying? And then the Big U situation got him looking real goofy, you know what I'm saying? Even if he wasn't involved in the takedown or something, you know what I'm saying? He still look goofy because he been keeping his name in his mouth, you know what I mean? Ain't gonna lie, I think when it comes to the internet, Wack angle just getting played out, you know what I'm saying? And it's starting to look bad, you feel me? For real though, man. Ain't gonna lie, he be acting like he know too much sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to the Big Bomber TV. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Until next time. All right.